Get ready for an enthralling experience, dear viewers. Welcome back to my channel, where today's video is a captivating travel diary encompassing an unforgettable week in Las Vegas and its surrounding national parks, the majestic Grand Canyon, the mesmerizing Death Valley, and the enchanting Zion National Park. This extraordinary adventure takes us through 3 states, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona, offering a breakdown of costs, hotel reviews, camping tips for the Grand Canyon, and must-try food spots in Las Vegas, and reflections on what we would have done differently. So sit back, relax, and allow me to transport you on an exhilarating one-week journey like no other. Let the adventure unfold. Our journey commenced with an exhilarating flight from Toronto to Las Vegas, courtesy of the budget-friendly airline Flair Air. At just $250 per person, the fare was a steal. Although we soon discovered that you truly get what you pay for. While the legroom was passable, the aircraft's cleanliness left much to be desired. Forget about complimentary drinks or snacks. They were nowhere to be found. But hey, given the price tag, our expectations were modest, and we couldn't complain when the flight departed on time, sans any pesky delays. Before boarding, we indulged in a pre-flight feast at the Plaza Premium Lounge, a delightful perk courtesy of the Aventura credit card, granting us 4 complimentary lounge access passes per year. The food was a mixed bag, nothing to write about, yet not entirely unsatisfactory. I won't splurge on it personally, but hey, free is free. Crossing the border from Canada to the States demanded one essential commodity: data. We opted for the Airlo eSIM at $8.27. That gave us a generous 2 gigabytes for the week. Be sure to double check if your phone is compatible though. It worked like a charm on my iPhone, but my boyfriend's Android device wasn't so fortunate. Also, it only works on unlocked phones only. Now, here's a peculiar Vegas quirk. Slot machines as far as the eye can see, even right at the airport's doorstep. Upon our return journey, we couldn't resist testing our luck, wagering the remnants of our American currency in a tiny smoke-filled enclave where gamblers gather. With transportation sorted, we eagerly picked up our trusty steed, a car that would carry us for a glorious 7-day escapade. The rental cost us a reasonable $287, but here's the catch. The car rental area is strangely far from the Harry Reid International Airport. After a shuttle ride, we found ourselves wandering through a vast parking lot, engaging in an unusual car selection process. Who knew we'd have to try out several cars to ensure compatibility with our phones? Oh, and let's not forget the fuel expenses, a grand total of $300 to keep us cruising for the entire week. We bid adieu to the airport. We checked into our first accommodation, the Rio Hotel. Ah, the allure of hotels in Sin City. They all come with their very own casino. For 3 nights, we spent $318, only to find ourselves slightly dissatisfied. The hotel exuded an air of antiquity, lacking cleanliness and radiating a general sense of disrepair. While the room was spacious, it left much to be desired. We realized too late that booking a hotel along the iconic strip would have cost us about the same. Well, next time, right? Now, it's worth mentioning that staying off the strip is often discouraged due to safety concerns. But being the venture souls we are, we threw caution to the wind and ventured into a non-strip neighborhood. Let's just say our friend, who opted for an alternative room in a neighborhood that could have doubled as a setting straight out of Grand Theft Auto, certainly saved a few bucks. For 7 nights, he spent $330. Risky move indeed. Prepare yourself for a scorching adventure as we embark on a thrilling expedition to the infamous Death Valley. Yes, you heard that right, the Valley of Death itself. Brace yourself, for we are about to tread upon the hottest place on earth. Departing from the vibrant city of Las Vegas, a mere 2-hour drive separates us from this captivating national park. As we navigate the desert landscape, an unexpected revelation awaits us. This barren terrain is anything but mundane. The desert is an artist's palace, bursting with vibrant hues and captivating scenes that will light our imaginations. Who would have thought that the arid expanse could be so breathtakingly colorful? Now, as we venture deeper into Death Valley, there are 5 essential viewpoints that demand our attention. The Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes. Stepping out of our vehicle, a wave of searing heat enveloped us, reminding us of the untamed power of this arid land. Although our visit may have been short-lived, the sight of these majestic dunes was an experience beyond compare. Bad water. Ah, the pinnacle of intrigue. This viewpoint captured my heart and challenged my endurance. The 15-minute trek through the blistering 40 degrees Celsius heat tested my courage, threatening to overwhelm me. As my face turned a vibrant shade of crimson and my head spun with dizziness, I pressed on, pouring myself with water to cool down. And did you know that this very spot is the lowest elevation point in all of America? The name Badwater stems from the saline nature of its water, deemed undrinkable even by the cattles. Artist's palette. Prepare to have your perception forever altered. This viewpoint, a mere 2-minute stroll away, transformed my understanding of the desert. Behold, a symphony of colors that dances before our eyes, an awe-inspiring display that redefines the boundaries of our imagination. The Brisky Point. Brace yourselves for yet another breath-stealing spectacle. Dante's View. Prepare for the grand finale as we reach the pinnacle of our Death Valley adventure. What a view awaits us at Dante's View. As we stand in awe, it is clear that this is the crowning jewel, the perfect conclusion to our journey through Death Valley. And so, we bid farewell to Death Valley, a realm that tested our bravery, captivated our senses, and left a permanent mark upon us. We depart with hearts full of wonder, carrying the vibrant memories of this dry paradise. Until we meet again. After our exhilarating adventure in Death Valley, we decided to unwind on the second day and explore the famous Las Vegas Strip. If you're not into gambling or partying, one day is all you need. We opted for the plethora of free activities available in the area, and it turned out to be a fantastic choice. The Strip is home to 4 prominent hotels: the Venetian, Caesar Palace, Bellagio, and the Wynn Hotel. Conveniently, both the Venetian and Wynn Hotel offer free parking, but we primarily parked at the Venetian due to its prime location on the Strip, close to all the main attractions. The Venetian Hotel. Imagine a charming mini Venice within the Venetian Hotel, where visitors can indulge in gondola rides for $160. While the price may be a bit steep, the hotel offers an array of delightful restaurants, stores, and captivating sights to explore. Interestingly, I'm convinced that the provision of free parking aims to entice guests to spend more time inside this remarkable hotel, as finding exit can be quite a challenge. Quite clever, if you ask me. Caesar's Palace. At Caesar's Palace, one can discover the captivating Fountain of Gods and indulge in the renowned Bacchanal buffet. The buffet, priced around $100, was truly one of the most exquisite dining experiences I've ever had. The line was already substantial before it opened at 3:30 p.m., so arriving early is advisable. Within the buffet, guests can savor unlimited crab legs, succulent lobster, and an array of beautifully presented dishes. It was undoubtedly a memorable experience and widely regarded as one of the best buffets in Las Vegas. However, personally, I may not revisit in the future. Bellagio. Make sure to visit the ever-changing botanical garden at Bellagio, where themes are regularly rotated, offering a refreshing visual feast. Additionally, don't miss the enchanting fountain show, which occurs every half an hour, with the first show starting at 3 p.m. and the last show at 6 p.m. Wynn Hotel. Although the Wynn Hotel may be considered less popular, we decided to explore it nonetheless. Interestingly, this hotel also boasts a popular buffet worth checking out. While strolling along the Strip, be sure to catch the mesmerizing volcano show, which ignites at 7 p.m. and repeats every hour, providing a thrilling 5-minute spectacle. Last but not least, don't forget to visit Fremont Street. Situated in downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street is renowned for its vibrant and lively atmosphere, diverse entertainment options, and historical significance. The highlight of the Fremont Street experience is its massive canopy known as Viva Vision, which comes alive with captivating LED light shows, displaying stunning visual effects and graphics. The light show runs every night, featuring various themes and music performances. Although we were too tired to experience it fully, we drove by to catch a brief glimpse of what we were missing out on. The following day marked the highlight of our entire trip, the camping experience at the Grand Canyon. We had reserved a campsite at Mather's Campground for 2 nights at a cost of $37. Situated on the south rim of Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona, Mather's Campground is a popular destination for camping enthusiasts. Before setting off, we made a pit stop at base camp to rent our camping gear. We paid $130 for a package that included a tent, 2 air mattresses, 2 sleeping bags, and 2 headlamps, which we thought would be perfect for stargazing. The drive to the Grand Canyon took us approximately 4 hours, and we chose the iconic Route 66 for its scenic beauty. The journey felt surreal, as if we had stepped into a video game completely disconnected from the rest of the world. It was definitely worth the extra time on the road to reach our final destination. Upon reaching the national park, We paid the entrance fee of $35. Initially, we were concerned that the surrounding area might lack amenities. However, we were pleasantly surprised to find a commercialized setup reminiscent of Banff, with restaurants and shops conveniently located nearby. We also discovered a Market Village grocery store close to our campsite, where we purchased firewood, fire starter, sausages, and s'mores ingredients for our dinner that night. It was astonishing to see how close the elk came to us while we were cooking. Our main goal for the evening was to indulge in some stargazing at Yavapai Point, a prominent viewpoint on the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Luckily, it was just a 5-minute drive from our campsite. Initially worried that the recent rainfall might hinder our view, we consulted the weather forecast, which predicted clear skies by midnight. With that in mind, we made sure to arrive at Yavapai Point at the designated time. Once we reached the viewpoint, we were able to observe some stars, although they were not as bright as we had hoped. Perhaps the remnants of the recent rain had an impact. It was a bit disappointing compared to the vibrant images we had seen on Google, but at least we made the effort to try. The following day marked our official exploration of the majestic Grand Canyon. We had 2 hiking options available: the Rim Trail, which is an easy and level path offering breathtaking views without any significant elevation changes, and the Bright Angel Trail, a more challenging route that descends into the lower depth of the canyon. To embark on a Bright Angel Trail, one would need to wake up at 6 a.m. for an early start, as it is not recommended to hike between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. due to intense sun conditions. However, given my difficulty with early mornings, we decided to opt for the easier trail while our friend ventured into Bright Angel Trail himself. He later shared that it was well worth the early rise and 5-hour hike. According to him, it was his favorite part of the entire trip, and I couldn't help but feel a tinge of regret for not joining him. Nonetheless, we did hike the first 5 minutes of the trail to get a glimpse of its essence. I must admit, it felt quite precarious, considering how close we were to the cliff's edge without any protective railings. The Rim Trail offers an extraordinary experience, providing panoramic vistas of the Grand Canyon. It showcases the canyon's geological wonders, vibrant cliffs, and the meandering Colorado River below from various perspectives. This mostly level and paved path is wheelchair-friendly and suitable for strollers. Along the trail, you'll find numerous viewpoints and resting areas where you can immerse yourself in the breathtaking scenery or enjoy a delightful picnic. If you grow tired, there's the convenience of a shuttle bus that allows you to hop on and off at different viewpoints along the trail. After a refreshing shower, we headed to the village to grab some dinner. Although the food turned out to be mediocre, reminiscent of university dining, our expectations weren't particularly high. We concluded the evening by roasting marshmallows and savoring the simple pleasures before calling it a night. During our return journey to Las Vegas, we made a captivating stop at the Hoover Dam. This iconic engineering marvel sits on the border of Nevada and Arizona, leaving visitors in awe of its grandeur. Construction of the Hoover Dam began in 1931 and concluded in 1936. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity, conceived to control flooding along the mighty Colorado River and provide a reliable water supply and hydroelectric power. One of its primary purposes is power generation. The dam boasts a power plant equipped with 17 hydroelectric generators, harnessing the force of water to produce renewable energy. When operating at full capacity, these generators can generate over 2,000 megawatts of electricity, serving millions of people across Nevada, Arizona, and California. To enhance our experience, we decided to take part in a guided tour, which cost $30 per person, offering us a deeper insight into this incredible structure. As we made our way back to Las Vegas, we checked into our second and final hotel, the New Orleans. It cost us $322 for a 2-night stay. This hotel exudes a vibrant and lively atmosphere, in stark contrast to Rio. Did you know that the New Orleans is renowned for hosting the world-famous poker tournament? As my boyfriend is an avid poker player, he relished his last day by indulging in some poker games. The rooms at the New Orleans are notably more comfortable, cleaner, and newer compared to those at the Rio, providing a delightful stay for us. On our final day, we made the decision to explore Zion National Park, or as my boyfriend called it, the Grand Canyon with a touch of greenery. To my pleasant surprise, I fell in love with this place, and I'm grateful that we chose to visit it instead of staying in Las Vegas. The park is a scenic 2-hour drive from Las Vegas, offering breathtaking views along the way that made the journey truly worthwhile. The entrance fee to the park is $35. Similar to the Rim Trail at the Grand Canyon, Zion National Park also provides a shuttle service that takes you to various viewpoints within the park. The last shuttle into the park departs at 5 p.m., and the final shuttle out of the park leaves at 7:30 p.m. Our adventure began at the Temple of Sinawava, where we embarked on a 30-minute hike along the Riverside Walk, leading us to the entrance of the Narrows. The Narrow is a renowned hiking route within Zion National Park, characterized by its stunning and unique canyon formation. The Narrows hike is known to be a challenging and unforgettable experience, involving wading, walking, and sometimes swimming through the river. The majority of the hike takes place within the river itself, with steep canyon walls on either side. We were unfortunate as the Narrows were closed due to high water levels on the day we visited. However, I can only imagine the intrigue and uniqueness of this hike under different circumstances. Next, we made a stop at the Court of Patriarchs, where we marveled at the sight of three towering sandstone peaks that resemble profiles of biblical figures from the Old Testament. These majestic peaks named Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob stand as iconic features of Zion National Park. They provide a dramatic backdrop for photographs and inspire awe as we appreciate the park's geological wonders. Leaving the park behind, we drove up into the mountains to embark on the Canyon Overlook Trail. This roughly hour-long hike rewarded us with the most marvelous scenic views. The hike itself was an unforgettable experience, featuring breathtaking vistas of Zion Canyon. Considered a moderate trail, it presented us with some steep sections, uneven terrain, and narrow pathways. Along the way, we encountered fascinating geological formations, including towering sandstone walls, narrow slot canyons, and unique rock formations. The trail wound through a picturesque landscape, allowing us to intimately connect with the natural beauty of the area. Zion National Park truly captivated us with its awe-inspiring landscape and memorable hiking opportunities, making it a cherished highlight of our trip. The culinary experience during our trip was truly remarkable, especially when it came to American fast food. The portion sizes were incredibly generous, and the burgers and buns were exceptionally juicy and flavorful. It's safe to say that American fast food is unmatched in its appeal. We made it a priority to try all the American fast food chains that aren't readily available in Canada, such as the In-N-Out Burger, White Castle, Chick-fil-A, and none of them disappointed us in the slightest. In-N-Out Burger impressed us with its use of freshest ingredients, including delightfully crispy buns and lettuce. White Castle offered a unique and unforgettable taste experience that's difficult to put into words, but definitely worth trying, especially for those with discerning palates. Chick-fil-A's chicken burgers were massive, and the steamed buns complemented the chicken perfectly. Moreover, the inclusion of various sauces at no extra cost was a pleasant surprise, as in Toronto, additional sauces typically come at an additional charge. So, if you find yourself in Las Vegas, make it a point to indulge in all the American fast food you can get your hands on. One standout restaurant that left a lasting impression was the Ace Top Sushi and Oyster Bar, a must-visit for sushi lovers. The quality of sushi blew us away. While certain delicacies like oysters, uni, and soft-shell crab were limited to 2 servings per person, the nigiri pieces were meticulously prepared, featuring small rice portions and exceptionally fresh fish. It felt as though we were dining a la carte, far surpassing our expectations for an all-you-can-eat establishment. They even serve authentic fish roll. We wholeheartedly recommend this restaurant to anyone visiting Las Vegas, as it surpasses any Ace sushi we've encountered in Toronto. Additionally, we decided to try the flaming fajitas given the prevalence of Mexican cuisine in the area. Once again, the portions were massive, and we found ourselves unable to finish the entire dish. In hindsight, sharing one dish would have been a wiser choice. The food was delicious, and the service was excellent. Complimentary chips, salsa, and soup accompanied the meal, enhancing our dining experience. Craving Chinese cuisine after indulging in an abundance of fast food, we visited Golden Flower Chinese Cuisine. To be honest, the food at this place didn't live up to our expectations. The dishes had a homemade quality similar to what my parents would make, but not particularly outstanding. The restaurant had a considerable non-Asian clientele, and once again the portions were substantial, leading us to overorder. While this place might appeal to Western palate, it failed to impress us as true Chinese food enthusiasts. Lastly, I mentioned earlier in my video about the Bacchanal Buffet at Caesar's Palace. While it's undoubtedly a must-try experience in Las Vegas, I personally wouldn't do it again due to its high price tag. However, it's worth every penny if you have a hearty appetite, with the unlimited crab legs being the standout item on offer. In hindsight, one thing I would have done differently is to extend our journey beyond the Grand Canyon instead of immediately returning to Las Vegas. Instead, I would have continued driving to Antelope Canyon, embarked on an antelope tour, hiked to see the Great Bend, and even camped overnight in that area. Following that, we could have proceeded to Zion National Park for another camping experience before finally making our way back to Las Vegas. This alternative itinerary would have allowed us to minimize unnecessary back and forth driving to Las Vegas, considering that we didn't dedicate much of our time to exploring the city anyway. By optimizing our route and maximizing our time at these stunning natural sights, we could have enhanced the overall flow and enjoyment of our trip. As our incredible journey comes to close, I can't help but feel a profound sense of gratitude for the unforgettable experiences and cherished moments we've created along the way. From the awe-inspiring wonders of the Grand Canyon to the breathtaking beauty of Zion National Park, each destination left an unforgettable mark in our hearts. We immerse ourselves in the vibrant energy of Las Vegas, indulging in mouth-watering cuisine and exploring the city's vibrant offerings. Our adventures took us on a roller coaster ride of emotions, from the thrill of hiking magnificent trails to the quiet moments of reflection amidst nature's splendor. This trip has taught us the value of embracing new experiences, savoring every moment, and forging unforgettable connections with both the natural world and the people we encountered. As we bid farewell to this extraordinary journey, we carry with us a renewed sense of wonder, a greater appreciation for the beauty of our planet, and a treasure trove of memories that will forever hold a special place in our hearts. Until the next adventure beckons, we hold on to the joy and fulfillment that this trip has brought us, ready to embark on new escapades with open hearts and a spirit of adventure.